How deep can you make your voice without sounding stupid?
Probably about that.
This is what you sound like.
How you doing, mate?
How you doing? My name's Sam. How you doing, guys? My name's Sam Tucker.
Hey guys, I'm Phoenix.
Today I'm going to show you how to do a pulmonary bypass.
How you doing, guys? Yeah.
Do your impression of yourself.
Oh, dude, it's pretty intense, man. Really intense. Yeah, it's probably.
You do one of me?
Hey, do you have moon beer? That's probably it.
Yeah, I don't know about that
I
one.
remember when we were at the bar and you just...
Yeah, I
you
remember
were like,
when I
hey,
was
and you were just silent
was like,
for
hey,
5 seconds. And he's just like looking at you and you're saying, man, the confidence, man, to hold that pause.
What?
Just
What
in
are you
silence,
doing?
looking at him. Just,
Oh, well, look, I take some time to say things.
yeah, respect, man.
Yeah.
I don't have the confidence to do that.
It's, cause it's not about confidence. It's about trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to say.
Yeah, but still, when I'm in a situation like that, I'm like, oh, hey, dude,
Hey, sup, bro?
See, because I'm too, anxious to leave that weird, awkward
can
pause.
you tell me, do you guys, never mind, bro. Have a nice night. That's me. That's you. That's my impression of you.
Fuck
not
yeah.
really, not really.
Are we still testing?
Yeah, look, this is the podcast.
Shit.
Welcome to episode
4.
probably 4. Look, I'm just going to say probably 4 because the other two,
3 hours.
Episode 2 is 3 hours long, and I get drunk at the end of it. Episode 3 was recorded immediately after episode 2, where we got even drunker. You joined the podcast, and I was talking to old mate, the paramedic. It's a really good episode. It's just there's all this shitty background noise, and
It's not too bad though. It could be worse.
it could be worse.
It's clean background sound.
Okay.
Bit of giggles, bit of laughs, bit of good times.
So welcome to probably episode 4
Okay.
of the Phoenix Rain podcast. I'm joined by a very special guest, Sam Tucker. It's his second time on the podcast, but today this is a one-on-one. This is a deep one-on-one session.
It's great to be back, Phoenix.
It's good to have you back, Sam. So on this episode, I guess you and I go way back. Way back, not actually that far.
Grade 8?
Yeah, I guess that's when
Would have been our first conversation.
I mean, I remember my
about
first
bus.
interaction with you.
Right, hit me up.
So we're on the school bus together. We used to catch
School bus?
We used to catch the bus together.
When you had your sheriff badge?
Don't remind the audience about that. They don't.
Phoenix Rain used to
They
wear a
don't
sheriff
need to know
badge.
about that.
He used to strut around school loud and proud with a shiny sheriff badge on his chest.
Remember, I used to wear scarves as well.
Man, scarves are the
The
shit.
scarves are not the shit. They're
I wear
awful.
scarves.
Yeah, look, you can wear a scarf, but you can't wear your scarf tucked into your school uniform like I did. It's no good.
Oh,
with a
yeah.
sheriff badge. And I'm all skinny. The skinny, tall, white guy with pants that don't fit properly. And I'm wearing my sheriff badge and my big red puffy scarf tucked into my polo shirt. It's so bad.
Good times, and man, we all regret the things we did in grade 10.
The blunder years. That's what they are. They're the blunder years.
Yeah.
But yeah, my first interaction with you. Now I'm going to embarrass you. I remember sitting on the bus.
Oh, no.
And I look over and there's this dude,
Oh, yes. Rubik's Cube.
wide-eyed, hunched over a Rubik's Cube with this other skinny nerd. And you're flicking through it, powering through this thing, solving it in what's your record?
16 seconds.
16 seconds
Yeah,
to solve a Rubik's Cube.
In 2012, I was the 21st best in Australia for my age.
Wow.
Yeah.
The 21st best.
I was the greatest.
Does it still
spy
count as
of
being
all
among the
time.
best if you're the 21st best?
Look, I reckon so, yeah.
Okay.
If you're going to go as far to go to some, national type comp
Oh,
and place and...
national comp, eh?
Well, I guess so. Anyone around the state could join.
I reckon I'm 21st 60-meter sprinter in this country. Although
I reckon you might be.
I just don't have confirmation on that. We're going to race after this podcast.
Well, let's time it, man.
All right. You know what? Do you want to race now? We'll just pause it and we'll come back and then we'll let them know how we went.
That's an incredible idea.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
It's raining outside. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. With the magic of editing, it will appear as though we never left. Yeah. Whew.
Yes.
We're back.
It was a tight race. That's for
Damn.
sure.
Who won, Sam?
You did back in millisecond.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
You didn't see that coming, did you, folks?
Oh, no, not at all, man.
Absolutely. You get the belly out. Untuck. Oh, holy moly.
Oh.
I reckon it's because I said go.
Maybe. Nah, it
But
was...
I eased up for you because I
You
said
did,
go.
so if anything, I had the advantage. But I don't know, I didn't have the confidence, man. I didn't give it my all.
Why didn't you, man?
Because I was, stressed I'd slip over at the end. Whacking that fucking signpost.
It's not about slipping. I don't know what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's a good race, I didn't realise it'd be that tight.
It's like Bruce Lee said, in great attempts, it is glorious even to fail.
He does. True. Fuck, that's a good saying. Is that legit?
Yeah, it's Bruce Lee.
Oh,
Yeah.
I fear not the man who knows 10,000 kicks. I fear the man who... Oh, fuck. I fucked up the saying. Do it one more time. I fear not the man who's trained 10,000 kicks. I fear the man who's trained one kick 10,000 times. Dude, it's a sick quote. I probably got the words a little
It's
wrong.
pretty cool. It's cool. What about... holy shit, I'm out of breath. Quote, Phoenix Rain 2019. What about... I would rather live... Wait, no. I would rather die on my feet than live on my knees.
Like, there's another hell classic Bruce Lee one that because in TP, in theatre performances, a class me and Phoenix both did in grade 12. You know how you get to do those famous quotes at the end of the year and put them on the chalk?
What?
Kind of. So did you do it at the end of the year? There's like little, I don't know how you say them. I guess like little like canvas boards.
Yeah.
Except they're like chalk, and you got to draw just a quote on them.
No, I don't remember.
Oh, you didn't do that, man?
No.
Oh, me and Ellie just did cool Bruce Lee ones. We fucking drew Bruce Lee on them.
Nice.
Everyone was just doing shitty fucking quotes from...
They're like, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, or like, being an actor isn't pretending, it's being the actor. And you're like, oh, just fuck off. Like, Jesus. Anyway, so, yeah, kind of just took
Whoever
this out
wrote
of it.
that, if they're listening now, they'll be like, Sam, you said my quote was really cool. Because I bet you did, man. I bet you're like, dude, that's such a good quote. And then like, you turn around, you turn to Elle and you're like, that fucking retard.
Fucking disabled pig. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Look, let's be real. Sometimes, backstabbing is just just a way to get things out of
High
your
school.
system.
What was high school like for you, Sam?
For me, man, look, for the first probably 2 years, 2.5, 3, I was
4,
fucking...
5.
Probably first year, I was just the fucking scrawniest spud that people would laugh at in all the photos. I'm not gonna lie, there was this photo of me in grade 7 cross country, and that's the coolest guy in the grade, running, man, fucking like a god, a hero. And behind him is just me with my huge bowl haircut, all scrawny, just and people just in the comments were just laughing at me like, "Oh, look at that kid behind you." I remember that
You were
day.
right behind him though.
I know, right? I know. But anyway, I remember on that day, I was like, man, I just wish that I was cool. Like, I would have killed to be cool, to cop like 60 likes on a Facebook profile picture meant everything to me, man. Like, I remember in grade 7, looking at those cool people, just fuck. It was that was the dream, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Anyway,
sure.
so then in grade 8, I began working out. Then by grade 9, I just built this reputation for just being ripped, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I guess people just started chatting to me more. And I didn't really change. I was still just this spud. But I guess people perceived me differently.
Yeah. Well, no, you did change.
Yeah.
100%. You perfected your body.
I gotta give props to Wade Nation. I remember in Full On Fitness. I don't know, what was it called? It was called Fitness Extended.
Dude, Wade Nation sounds like a fucking like...
Superhero.
It sounds like a superhero.
It's Wade Nation.
Wade
Man, a fucking
Nation.
ex-bodybuilder. Probably fucking served in the military. He's just
Is
a
he an
god.
ex-bodybuilder?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's strong as fuck. He's huge, man. He's probably... Oh, no, he's not roided. But
Mr. Nation.
Got a cool
That's his
name.
superhero name. What a fucking cool name. Wade Nation.
Fucking...
Wade. Such a surfer name. It's like a pun.
Fuck, anyway, he was like in class and he's saying, yeah, man, I've got a boxing app that gives me workouts and I can't finish some of them. They're so hard. And I got a running app too. So that night I went home and then I got this app called Push Up Pro. And it's basically you touch the, you put the phone down in front of your face, and as you do a push-up, you touch it with your nose or your chin, and
Whoa.
it counts it down. So it's like, say you got to do 20, it's like 19, 18, and then you do like 4 or 5 sets. And I began with that. Anyway, 2 months later, I was doing like 64 push-ups within one go.
Whoa.
And my arms just got fucking jacked, intensely vascular. I remember people saying like, Sam, your arms have gone so much bigger. Like, how? Like, just push-ups, man. And at the same time, I got a running app too. And with that running app, I remember the first
Your
time...
arms are fucking huge, by the way. I'm looking at them right now. They don't fit your body.
Oh, really?
Nah, they do actually. 100% they do.
If I,
You need to work out your chest more, man.
Really?
I just made you so self-conscious.
Yeah, no, you're probably right.
Just a little, man. Just a little. Actually, you know what? Are you tensing?
No, oh, no.
Relax. 100% relax. But sit up straight, but relax. Now you have the perfect body. Here's the thing. Oh, you get the pregnant belly because your abs are so, like, well done?
I think it's the less fat you have, the more you can push it out.
Dude, I can push mine out really hard as well.
Yeah,
Sam
dude.
just took his shirt off for everybody. And now I'm taking mine off as well.
Oh, pretty shredded, man.
Well, thanks, bro. The thing is, I'm really hairy, and I don't know why I'm so hairy. It's my Italian blood. Sam's just checking himself out in the mirror. Now I am too. But here's the thing, it's like, I've never worked out a day of my life. That's all genes.
It is, man. You did the keto diet, didn't you?
What's the keto diet?
Is it called the keto? It's where you don't
You told me it was the chemo diet, and you said it was called that. Maybe you were joking, but you said it was called that because you look like somebody who's done chemotherapy or something like that. You're the chemo diet.
Man, alright, if I did do that, I don't remember. I'm sorry for
It's really funny.
It's where it basically is just fasting, intermittent fasting.
Right. I'm trying to see myself in the mirror. Sam, keep it like.
Speaking of chest, man.
No, you're right. Yeah, I know. It's nothing. There's nothing there.
Nah, dude, it's fine.
Yours is really good. Well, yeah, look at him. His looks really good. And then I'm there, but look, I'm beating you on the hairiness. That's for sure.
Man, fuck yeah, I wish I was waxed.
Why?
I know, I'm not a particular fan of hair. I
I'm
like that
slimmer than
oily. You are. I like that oily look, man, you know?
The oily look.
It's like waxed and oily.
Of what? Body?
Yeah.
Ew.
You know, like those, like... Oh, I'm
100% disagree.
Anyway, we're back to the story of Great Ad Sam.
Yeah, please.
So I got this running app, and I remember the first time I ran 8Ks, and I fucking fell to the fucking grass in the park, laying on my back, just like looking up the sky, like fuck, this is the hardest thing I've ever done. And then that eventually built up to me running a minimum of like 8Ks almost every day, sometimes every day. Then I eventually ran a half marathon within a couple of months.
When I was 24 years old, I bought my first house for $5 million, but that wasn't quite enough. So I bought a guest house for $2.5 million. I bought a bus, I decked it out. It's called the Cool Bus.
Yes.
My name's Sam.
You I got a school bus, turned it into a cool bus. Oh, it's so fucking lame.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like 20. My year 2017.
I was a millionaire, half over and twice again by the time I was 21.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good
Sam took
times.
us. That's so funny.
Yeah, anyway. And then basically by grade 10, I know, just fucking did musicals and shit. And
Yeah,
then,
musicals and shit. So,
Yeah.
okay, that seems kind of random. Like, it doesn't fit with the whole workout aesthetic.
yeah, because I only did, basically for me, naturally I'm quite restless, okay, so I think it runs in the family. I've got this thing called Restless Legs. I don't know if I've never been diagnosed with it, but it's basically this thing called Restless Legs syndrome, where your legs, it's hard to explain if you haven't got it, but basically your legs are just restless. The only way I can kind of describe it is, you know, if you like want to go like stretch, so say you put like your legs out and you bend forward, and you get that really nice stretching sensation.
In the hammy.
Yeah, imagine that, but the exact opposite. So it's really like, really tight and like hot, and you just want to like move it and stretch it.
Really?
Have you ever had the need to stretch? And you go and you're like, ah.
I don't know, maybe once or twice.
Anyway, so that's what it feels like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. All day, every single second of your life, your legs are just hot, needing to like kind of be stretched.
No
be
wonder my
moved.
man likes running.
Yeah, so basically working out or just suffering in any sort, like going for a fucking long run in the rain, just makes me fully relaxed, and I can just sit down, do nothing, and be happy. You know what I mean?
Very interesting, man.
Yeah, so that's why I work out basically every day. It's just so I can relax. You know what I mean?
That's crazy, dude. Do you find that you have too much energy all the time?
I always thought I had too much energy, but I think it's just social anxiety. I just express it.
Social anxiety.
Really intensely.
Right.
You know, I just get a bit nervous around people. I mean, I don't really like to call it social anxiety, but I guess that's what it's called.
Well, I suppose that's what it is.
It's just such a lame term. I hate it.
Why is that lame?
I don't know. I just feel like it's a really good question, man. Actually, I just feel like anxiety is just kind of overused, and people just bullshit with it. They're like, "Oh, I got anxiety. I take Valium. I'm so cool." And it's like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just kind of, I feel like it's got a stigma behind it now. It's like this thing people portray as really intense, but when it's not. But I don't know.
For some people it is, man.
Exactly, yeah.
For
So I don't know. I feel like
people.
a lot of that's just my
Dude, everybody has it.
exactly. It's a very natural instinct. To have.
Except for me, for some reason. I don't know why.
Some
Maybe-
people definitely don't have it.
Yeah.
I reckon you're pretty good, man.
No, here's the thing. It's like every now and then I've had moments of like nervousness
Yeah, for sure.
and like intense emotions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had a panic attack.
Nah, neither.
I've never felt like I felt nervous in conversation. I felt anxious before. In social situations and in other situations, I felt anxious, sure, but like, I don't know. I've never felt like it was like something I couldn't control if I just thought about it.
No,
Or
what do you
like,
mean?
like the way people describe it is it's like so intense and it takes over their entire body, and like some people's bodies like actually hurt when they're anxious, and they freak out and they can't control their breathing, and their mind runs to all these different places, and they have tics, nervous tics and stuff, and twitchiness, and I never had any of that. I just feel a little bit fluttery and a little bit unsure of myself, but then I'd be like, oh, well, I mean, what am I doing? I'm fine. Like nothing bad's happening right now.
For me, it's kind of like if I'm ever talking to someone that I don't really know for the first time, I can't actually pay attention to what they're saying. All I'm thinking is like, where should I be looking? What should I be doing? How am I standing? How am I
Really?
looking? Fuck, I don't know what to say. What am I going to say next? What am I going to say next? Oh, they're finishing speaking. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. And then I'm just like, oh, cool, dude. Yeah. Dude, yeah, sick. How good's fucking, yeah, shit.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what kind dude, like that's kind of
Right.
what it is, yeah.
Right. I don't know, I feel like I used to have something like that. Actually, no, I still do. It's like I don't pay attention to people when they're talking to me at all, most of the time.
It's a bit of like attention deficit disorder spec.
Well, no. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is, actually. But, like, it's not...
Dude, I can't pay attention when people speak to me. It's straight up, or just like sometimes.
No, it's like I can pay attention. It's just I'm not listening to people.
Are you thinking about other things?
Kind of.
Like what?
It's more like they say something to me and I'm just like... I'll hear it and I'll be like, yep, and then it's immediately deleted from my brain.
So it's kind of going through one ear and out the other.
That's right.
Yeah, 100%. I feel it.
But here's the thing. I noticed, and Jack Lark has the same kind of thing as me. He's described it, and he told me he was, like, for a little while, like, he would laugh about the fact, you know what, maybe I do have ADHD or something, because he's like, I swear I'm not listening to people when they talk to me. I'm not paying attention, like, ever. And, but then he and I both noticed that we both do that, but then when we're talking to each other, it's like 100% attention.
Fuck yeah.
And we both retain what the other one says for like years, and like it's full attention to each other. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because we've been friends for so long.
Or maybe you both just share the same energy, man. And
Maybe.
It just goes,
I reckon.
you know, you're in the second circle, you're both exchanging the same amount of energy. With
The
each
second circle.
other. Yeah. You don't know
What
about
kind
the
of
circles,
fucking
man?
hippie dippy mumbo bumbo
This
shit
is a shout out to Rowan Harris. Basically, one time at TP, Rowan shows us this book.
You're in the second circle.
Rowan, stop staring at me.
Sam, you seem a little nervous.
Dude, I remember doing... Oh, actually, I'll tell you in a sec. Go on.
Alright, so basically Rowan said, yo guys, suss this book. I'm not really sure what the topic was on, but in essence the book was written by this chick, and she talks
Just
about...
watch you whacking the desk there, buddy. Hey, look at those audio spikes.
This shit isn't cheap, okay?
Anyway, so the book was basically split life into 3 circles. You have the first circle, and we've all been in these situations. Basically, the first circle is when you're sitting down, and maybe your mum is just fucking shredding you, Sam, you got to do this, and watch this, and watch this. You're not listening to any of it. You're just, well, all this energy is being thrown at you. There's no mutual exchange. You're just like, I don't know, just not even listening. Mm-hmm. Second circle is like you and Jack talking, listening to each other, sharing the both same energy. You're exchanging it, talking about the same amount. Then the third circle is, okay, I think I've mixed up. The third circle is when someone's throwing all the energy at you.
Right.
Oh, and then maybe the first circle is when you're throwing... Third circle is you're throwing all the energy at someone. First circle is
How many
when...
circles are there?
Fucking 3. Jesus, I messed up. First circle is when you're not giving any energy. Third circle is when you're giving all the energy.
Right.
So second circle is you and Jack. It's a mutual
you want to be in
exchange
the
of
second
energy.
circle. Like
Always,
all the time.
always, man. Obviously, that's not going to be the case, such as life, but that's what you want. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Go on with your story.
Well, I was just gonna say back to theater, acting, Rowan. Tell me a little bit about okay, when did you start acting?
Great question. Probably grade 4.
I'm just gonna move a little closer to you. I hope this doesn't make you nervous.
Oh, Phoenix. Is
My legs are the side of your legs. I just want to be closer to the mic, and I also want to stretch my legs out.
Fair enough. Probably grade 4 when Jasper Kennedy, my man, made his own short films, Doctor Who movies.
He made his own Doctor Who movies.
Oh man, he's made probably like 15 to 20.
Is there anything in the world more dorky and shit than Doctor Who?
I don't reckon. I reckon there's a lot worse, man.
No, there's not. I hate Doctor Who.
Really? Why is that?
You do too now.
Yeah. I don't particularly enjoy it.
Like it's just
childish and
it's
boring.
just-
And
yeah, look,
grim.
it's just dumb. Anyway,
I know. As a kid, I really enjoyed it, and I feel like it
Actually
was
did
better.
too.
I feel like it was better.
I used to
back in the
love
day.
David Tennant.
Fuck yeah.
Yep, that's my Doctor.
And I don't know, Matt Smith in season 5 was relatively good as well.
Nah,
And then season 6 and 7 just fucking.
let's not talk about Doctor Who
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, Doctor
So
Who.
you got into acting in Jasper Kennedy's earliest films. When did you decide you wanted to actually be an actor?
Probably before that, man. Always wanted to be an actor,
Really?
but not for the same reasons. Just when you're a kid, you're like, fuck, I want to be in a cool action movie.
Yeah, true. For sure.
Look, probably. Fuck, I don't know. It's a really good question, man. I don't have a good answer for that. I guess maybe grade 12. The thing is, I've never really thought about it like as an actual career. You know, obviously, like, yeah, I want to be an actor, but have you actually thought about the steps to becoming an actor? Do you know what
Yeah, I
path you
did
have
that
to
once,
take?
and it made me almost not want to be a filmmaker.
Yeah, and then you begin to do
So
the
then-
researching, listening to the podcasts, reading books,
Mhm.
and it shuts you down, man. It's like you got to really be passionate about it if you want to be an actor. It's
Yeah.
not even if you were established, even if you fucking make a hit film and you're famous, like your career is still you're still on edge, man. I mean, there was a story about this guy. I forgot his name. He got a leading role in a film by an Oscar-winning writer. Huge hype. Thought it was going to be great. They were saying he's probably going to be nominated for an Academy Award. The film fucking flopped and he didn't get another job for 10 years. He had to rebuild his career. So that's the thing. And it's a long road. You know, people spend years and years building a name for themselves and making, you know, a career out of acting. And through that, they face so much rejection and just getting shut down.
Thing for me is like looking at all the A-list actors there are, and we know all their names. Then there's all the B-list actors. You know a few of them. How many A-list actors are there in the world, do you think? Probably a couple thousand? Couple thousand, you could be like, I know that guy's face. I know the movies he's in. Right?
Would they all
Probably
be
a couple
A-
hundred.
Would they be yeah, probably 100.
Couple hundred?
Couple hundred max.
B-list,
Because then they'd start falling onto the B list.
for sure.
Surely like less than 100.
Where would you put Rupert Grint?
Or B list 100%.
B-list?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He just
You
doesn't.
still know his name and you know the movies he's in.
But I mean, it's a good
Okay.
point. Nah,
Okay.
B list.
B-list. Me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because think about Dwayne Johnson. That's A list. You know what I mean?
Dwayne
He's in
Johnson,
fucking
A-list.
massive movies.
Tom Cruise.
A-list 100%. Johnny Depp A list.
Yeah. All right. Where would you put Emma Watson?
A list. Oh,
Yeah?
that's a really good question.
I
A-list.
put her on the A-list as well.
Yeah.
What about Charlie Hunnam?
Who's that?
Charlie Hunnam's an Australian guy. He's in Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Main character in Pacific Rim.
Oh, well, look. Has he done anything after Pacific Rim?
Yeah, I'm sure he did King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, or whatever that shit was called.
Oh,
The Guy Ritchie one.
that flopped, didn't it?
Yeah.
That was a disaster.
Jude Law. Where would you put Jude Law? A-list?
Who's Jude Law?
Jude Law is the villain from King Arthur. Didn't you watch King Arthur, Legend of
Did
the
you
Sword?
watch it?
No.
Oh, good.
I'm just saying, Jude Law is a famous guy. He's an A-lister for me.
Okay. Well, then he's probably an A-lister.
Charlie Hunnam, where'd you put him?
Who's that again? Oh, that's the guy from Pacific Rim, right?
Yeah.
I reckon B.
Yeah.
King Arthur flopped, man. That probably
I'd
wrecked his
give him a
half his career.
B-list as well.
Dude, actually, here's a good one. Have you seen Misfits?
Uh,
You know the guy who talks like that.
no,
Oh, yes,
I
he's
actually
fucking your
haven't.
dad in the
I haven't
bathroom.
seen it. I haven't seen it.
Alright,
I'm never gonna watch it because everyone.
Mortal
keeps saying,
Engines. Mortal Engines. You know Mortal
No,
Engines?
I don't know Mortal Engines.
Come on, brother.
I've
It
heard
came
of
out the other year.
I didn't
Last
watch
year?
it though.
This year? No, but you know of it.
Yeah.
Alright, so the lead, well, not the lead, I guess he was supporting, but he was in Misfits, right? Anyway, I reckon he got a lead role, I guess, in Mortal Engines. But I reckon because Mortal Engines just flopped so hard, I reckon that just damaged his career hard, man.
Yeah.
I reckon it did. So I reckon he was at a potential A-list and now he's fallen back to the B.
Yeah.
That's just
probably.
my opinion.
I don't think he was ever A-list at all.
Yeah, but I reckon he was building his way up there. I reckon he was
Oh,
close.
no.
If Mortal Engine was a success, man, and they
Maybe.
made fucking like 6...
Robert Pattinson,
Oh, I haven't seen it for ages, man.
dude, A-list.
You reckon?
100%.
I haven't seen it for ages, man.
Yeah, but you still know him. Everybody does.
And he's huge. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, huge.
I
As in,
reckon.
like, fame. Yeah. I thought you meant swole.
No, man.
He will be. He better be if he does. Because he's doing Batman.
Is he?
Yeah.
What's he doing in Batman?
He's being Batman.
Fuck, for which film? For what?
It's called The Batman.
Really?
Yeah. Matt Reeves. Director, Matt Reeves.
Would it?
Matt Reeves directed Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War for the Planet of the Apes.
Ooh.
They are two fantastic films.
Very good, very good.
They're
yeah.
very, very
Is
good.
this a DC shit show or is it like a good
Well, I
one?
mean, it's still DC. It was going to be Ben Affleck's written, directed, and starring Ben Affleck. And then Ben was like, ooh, Suicide Squad. Ooh, Batman v Superman. Ooh, Justice League. Yeah, you know what? I'm out.
Really?
Yeah, he's not doing Batman anymore.
Good.
And,
that made me like, whenever I hear Ben Affleck's name, I'm like, nah, shut the fuck up, man.
Dude, I actually like Ben Affleck. Everybody fucking hates him.
I've never really watched him in much.
Gone Girl, he's great.
Oh, true.
He's really good. It's perfect casting because he's already like a bit of a douchebag, you know? And then you watch him in Gone Girl and it's like he's just playing himself, but really, really well. And he's self-aware. Oh, look, he's a good actor. But then, yeah, so Matt Reeves has come on to direct The Batman. And he said he wants to make like a brooding detective movie. And I'm like, that sounds fucking sick.
Fuck.
For Batman. Robert Pattinson as Batman. So I reckon it's going to be like a bit along the lines of like Batman Begins.
God,
first.
he's definitely an A-list then if he's playing
Yeah,
Batman.
I reckon like Act 2 of Batman Begins. That's what The Batman is going to be like. Batman Begins is a really great movie.
I haven't seen it.
It's the first one in the Nolan trilogy.
Yeah,
Have you seen any of them?
No.
You haven't seen any of them?
No, man.
Dude, you would love them. They're really,
I remember
really
being younger
good.
and watching it and just finding it so boring.
Nah, man.
That's what turned me up, but I guess I was just too young.
Give it another try. But yeah, I don't know. Robert Pattinson's... I don't know how to feel about him. I feel like I really like him.
He might, you know
have
what I mean? We might watch it and be like, fuck, he's good.
Yeah, I reckon we will. I don't know
Like
why.
Taron, like Garfield.
Dude, Taron Egerton is really
Guys, if you
good.
guys haven't seen Rocket Man, watch it. I reckon it's great.
It's a good movie
And
just
Taron-
because Taron is a really, really, really good actor.
Yeah, really fucking
I
good.
didn't give a shit about Taron Egerton until...
Neither did I.
I watched
In
Kingsman. Dude, he's actually good in Kingsman.
Oh, he's great, yeah.
And then you watch Rocket Man, you're like, holy shit, this is like an Oscar-worthy performance.
100%.
I'm like thinking, it reminds me of like Leo DiCaprio in fucking Wolf of Wall Street. It's like the same level of like sacrifice of your self-image to become somebody else who already exists.
Yeah.
Like there's this scene, Taron's like singing the song Rocket Man, I think. And it's like a montage of him getting cleaned up and like having like a drug overdose or something, going to like hospital. And then there's like that whole dance sequence where they undress him and then put him
yeah.
in other clothes.
Yeah, what
It's
was
like
all that
naked
about?
being lifted up in like a silhouette. It's like really, really cool imagery. It's really well directed and stuff. But like, I don't know, just having the guts to do that as an actor, playing somebody who already exists,
then that's what-
who is as famous as Elton John.
But
It's
I guess that's
crazy.
what acting's all about, though, right?
Acting is about self-expression, I think, 100%.
I remember,
When it comes down to it, yeah.
fuck, I swear someone at the acting class I went to,
Yeah.
they said it wasn't about that.
What do they think it's about?
Not expressing yourself, but expressing the character.
I mean, what's the point? What do you get out of it?
No.
Of course it's about self-expression. What the hell? Why would you do it? Why would you do anything if it wasn't about
Hey, I didn't
yourself?
say this, alright? Yeah.
Why would you do
But
it?
who said that, man? That's the question. I don't know, it'll come to me.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I'd like to argue with that person, Samuel.
Because I remember, and I was like, oh, it kind of makes sense, but you know how easily, kind of...
You're a very influential person.
Yeah.
No, you're easily influenced.
That's
Yeah.
it, yeah. Easily influenced.
I think it's like, I mean, think about it. What is acting about? What is anything about? It's about expressing yourself.
Well, I guess art.
Literally everything, I think literally everything you do,
Yeah?
everything is motivated by some form of selfishness on some degree. Like, doing nice things for other people makes you feel good.
Yeah.
If you didn't feel
And you
anything...
want to make them like you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you didn't do things like... if it didn't make you feel anything, doing nice stuff for other people, then you'd be like a psychopath and you wouldn't do anything for anybody. Right?
Would you do anything for yourself?
Oh, you'd try to, probably. You'd probably just like flounder alone in the dark, wondering why the hell everybody else doesn't like you.
Yeah.
But then also not really understanding and not caring.
Yeah.
Weird. But yeah, I think like everything that humans do is for themselves.
100%. You're
And
right.
yeah, and it's nice to do things for other people because it makes you feel good. Because we are such empathic creatures.
Ah.
What do you
I guess
think?
so.
Yeah? Why would you do acting? It's not for somebody else. You're not
To
getting
enjoy
anything
it.
with it.
Yeah, I guess-
You do it to enjoy it.
Yeah, man.
If you're doing it to express the character doesn't fucking exist. The character doesn't care. The character doesn't actually have feelings.
You bring yourself to the character.
You are the character.
Because that's why they cast you as well. It's because they want to see.
Hmm.
Because you are special, man. No one else is like you in the world, you know.
True. Unless you're an identical twin.
Yeah, fuck that
Then you
shit.
don't
Even then,
matter.
identical twins are still different though.
They are. They are.
But yeah. So that's a very good point, dude.
I don't know.
Yeah. we
That's
should
why I
find this
created
guy
the
who said
podcast,
that.
to express things like that, really. Thoughts like that. There you go. That's a Phoenix Rain trademark thought right there. Everybody's selfish. Nobody matters.
Oh, of course. I mean, if you weren't selfish, you'd be dead.
Yeah, probably.
You gotta be selfish.
I mean, other people...
Because what is being selfish is caring for yourself, right?
Right.
And if you're not gonna care for yourself,
Doing things
you're
just
gonna
for
die.
yourself
Yeah.
and probably with disregard for other people. I think that's what
Also, you
selfish
do
is.
things at other people's expense as being selfish.
I reckon, yeah.
Yeah, survival of the fittest, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's natural.
I mean, as animals, it's pretty natural, yeah.
Yeah, and we're all animals.
I know. Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, acting.
Acting, yeah. So, hold on. Let's flip it, man. Why do you want to... Oh, you've already talked about it, though. Right?
I mean, I talked about how I got into filmmaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You making a living out of it?
No, I'm not making a living from my acting. I
Yeah,
don't
go
do any
down with the
acting.
dream.
I don't act
Bring me
anymore.
back on the podcast when I'm making a living at acting.
I will.
Then I'll have something good to say. Otherwise, I'm just talking shit.
I know, but what else are you ever doing, Sam?
Oh, shit. Ah,
No, I
that's
just
a good
meant
point.
humans. I wasn't trying to... I turned that into a little jab at you, but I was just...
Like-
everybody. Okay, let me ask you about this.
Hit me up.
If you weren't going to try and become an actor, what would you do?
Excellent fucking question. I've thought about this, and you know what the answer would be.
And why is it paramedic?
And that's another great question. So for all of you that don't know this, I got accepted.
And if you missed episode 3.
Yeah, I got accepted into the University of Tasmania, in the Bachelor of Paramedic Practice. Yeah, UTAS. I didn't get an ATAR, which is basically the Tasmanian score you get out of
Yep.
college, and you need a certain amount of points to get into some degrees at university. Anyway, so I didn't get any points, but I was accepted into university. So I thought I'd take the opportunity. My mum and dad thought it would be a really good idea as acting. As we all know, it's a very difficult industry to make money off. Very unreliable, which I disagree with. I don't reckon it's that hard. I think if you're passionate about
Dude.
it, it's significantly easier.
You've had people try and talk you out of becoming an actor?
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh,
How fucked up is that?
all the time, man.
I hate it,
All
man.
the time.
I hate it.
I feel, honestly, when people say, like, "Oh, what are you doing at the moment?" And I say, "Oh, I'm trying to be an actor." I'm a bit shy, to be honest, because I know they're going to be like, "Oh."
Yeah, I used to be shy about it as well.
I'm very shy about it.
For sure.
Honestly, I just usually just say, "Oh, you know, just chilling out, moved to Melbourne, not really doing
Nah,
much."
fuck that.
Oh,
If you don't believe...
because then people say, "Oh, really? What have you done?" You're like,
What, with
tapping
acting?
in. Yeah. Well, I guess I've done a bit, but
You've acted in a bunch of short films. You've worked on other
Television
short films, not
commercials.
as an actor. You've been in commercials.
extra. Yeah, like it's. I guess you can make yourself
That's
sound
more
good.
than most people can say.
I guess so. Anyway,
Truly.
anyway, I got 50% through Paramed and decided to pursue acting because it's what I want to do. It's what I'm passionate about. If I wasn't going to be an actor, I'd be probably sitting on the couch in my mum's house, just not knowing what I want to do. I'd be like fucking Biff in Death of a Salesman. I just would have no idea what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing, and I reckon a lot of people feel like that.
Why don't you tell me what your new acting teacher said when you did the Biff monologue?
Oh, he said, "Why'd you choose this monologue?" I said, "Oh, 'cause you're sick." And he's like, "Sam, call me when you're
You
30.
got to do his accent as well.
Sam, call me when you're 30.
Dirty.
30.
dirty? What do you mean dirty? I had a shower before I came here.
Get slammed, Peter. Call me when you're 30. And you'll understand. Tell me when you understand, Sam. And you will. You're too young. How old are you? 19. You're a baby. Man, I hate it. I swear I've been young all my life. You know what I mean? Whenever I've said my age, I've always been young.
You're too young, right? I
Too
fucking
young.
hate it.
Since I've been fucking, like, I don't know, like 14.
Here's
too
the
young.
secret.
Too young.
Act older than you are, and then you become older.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people say, like, "Oh, you look a bit older than 19. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, yeah.
Yeah, you do a little.
I know, sometimes I just fucking
You could
talk
muscle
shit.
development
Someone asked
for
me
19
how old I
years.
was the other day. I just said fucking 21 or something.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, no.
If you said 19, they'd be like, oh, little baby.
Yeah, you're like, fuck. And then for the rest of the night,
Dude,
they
what's
just...
wrong with being a baby?
Well, I don't know, being a baby...
What's wrong with being younger than everybody else? You don't get taken seriously?
That's a really good point.
People think you're not as smart as
I reckon people don't think you're as mature and have as much life experience, and they think you're not on their level.
I mean,
So think about if I
objectively-
was talking to like a 15-year-old, I'd almost be like, "Oh man, you
Dude,
have a lot to learn."
I would talk down to a 15-year-old.
And I don't want to, but like I know I would. I'd be like, "Hey man, how you doing? Fuck yeah, how's school? Classic."
Yeah.
You know, I'll just be like picturing myself at 15, being like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I do that too. But it's okay. Because you do have more life experience than them. A 21-year-old does have more life experience than you do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Objectively, they've been alive longer than you. They have more life experience. Doesn't mean they're more, like, wise than you
Interesting.
are.
But what is to be
smarter.
wise? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Wisdom is just like, I guess it's like...
Is wisdom just life experience?
It's not just life experience.
What
It's
is
like
it?
life experience culminated in, like, your ability to know what is right and what is wrong. As far as like decision making, stuff like that, because like you can have like a whole life and still be a dumb bitch, you know,
Yeah.
at fucking whatever age. Like I know some old boomers who are not wise in the slightest.
Fuck.
Also, I feel like I don't know if it's literally like what getting old does to you, or if it is just these old people who are small-minded. I'm fucking shitting on people who are like above, I don't know, 50.
Yeah.
Listening to the podcast. Who am I kidding? There's none of them. You don't know how to work a computer, do you? Nah, but it's like... No, it's like... I talk to so many like people over like 60 or 70 and stuff like, yeah, I went to the market. Oh, yeah, Victoria Market. It's named Victoria Market after Queen Victoria. Yeah, and I bought a beanie there. $20. Bit expensive, it's a bit dear. I bought some moccasins. That's another word for slippers. It's like, oh my god!
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You are an old skeleton with a voice box.
It's interesting, isn't it?
I don't understand
But then-
those people. Is that just what people were like back then? Or is that what being old does to you?
Yeah, it just
That's
like
what I want to know.
deteriorates
Does
your
it turn
brain.
you into a, like, yeah.
When I was on placement as a paramedic, yeah, a lot of old people were like that. Just, I've done a bit of housework.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, cool. But then, no, sometimes I'd have cool stories behind them, but you're right though, man. It's very...
I don't know.
I think it's just ageism.
I apologize
to be honest.
to old
I reckon
people.
it's just ageism, man.
What, me right now? Yeah, hell yeah.
Or just us being
Absolutely.
like, oh, that's so fucking dumb.
It is dumb though.
It
And maybe
is.
when I'm older, I'll be like, kids are so impatient, they don't understand.
Yeah. Maybe it's just because it's just at a level we don't understand, man. They're just like
Yeah.
beyond it all and they just went
Yeah.
to the market.
But here's the thing: just because you don't understand something doesn't mean it's smarter than you are.
Oh, that's good.
I reckon. Thanks. No, but like for real, think about it. Like,
Have another bit?
yeah, I mean, I haven't finished it. I
You
still
haven't
feel.
even started.
I still feel
You haven't
sick.
even finished your first one.
I still feel sick from the run. Get me more water.
Alright.
he's actually getting me more water. Alright, well, look, I do apologize to all the boomers listening, if you are listening. I don't actually have anything against old people. It's just, it's weird that I can talk to you and I feel superior, and it sounds so fucked up. But you know what I'm talking about. If you're like 20 years old, you'd be like, yeah, fucking 80-year-olds, I'm so much smarter than they are.
Yeah, fuck him. Dumb shit.
What is that? Why is that? Why are we so ageist? Maybe
I've written a couple of essays on ageism.
Have you?
I? Yeah, done. We had a class that was about
on
the elderly.
ageism.
The elderly in Australia.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's
man.
weird, man. Alright. Old people are weird. Young people rule. Oops. I bumped the desk. Alright, so let's go back to an actual... This podcast is going off the rails. Are you taking your pants off?
No, I'm just unbuttoning my chinos because my belly's so fucking full of chips. So much
Legend.
better.
Alright. let's just skip all the conversation right now. We're entering a new segment on the podcast. It's the impressions segment.
Okay.
Now, I like doing impressions.
See, you're good at impressions, whereas I'm not as...
The only reason I'm kind of okay at impressions is because I just give them a go. That's all it is.
Alright.
People
You
who are
don't
like,
do that.
oh, no, I can't do it. It's like, yeah, and you will never do it with that attitude, bruh. Not with that attitude.
Fair.
Do an impression. Alright, pick someone. Pick a celebrity.
Okay, Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, so when I was shooting Pirates of the Caribbean 2, I threw a phone at, what's his name? I love to do cocaine because I'm Johnny Depp.
That's my Johnny Depp impression.
Nice.
Not that good. You do your Johnny Depp impression. Actually, no, I'll give you somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Can you do Will Turner from Pirates of the Caribbean? What's his
who's
name?
Will
Orlando
Turner?
Bloom.
Oh, who's that? I don't know.
Have you seen Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh, of course.
Can you do Keira Knightley?
Probably not, actually.
Jack.
Keira Knightley.
Jack! That's all I can do. Jack!
Yeah,
Gotta
Pride and Prejudice sort of shit.
Can you do Donald Trump?
Donald Trump. Well, you
Look
know,
at the audio spiking. Take a step back.
people call up me and they say, Donald, thank you. You know, I feel safer in America now.
Poke
you
your
know.
lips out more.
I feel safer in America now. You know, you done good. You know, I can go home and I don't have to worry about the Muslims coming into our country. I don't have to worry about the Mexicans, the drug dealers. I feel safer. Thank you, Donald.
That's good. That's a good impression. Because you're actually like giving it a try. I love to see someone go 100% on anything. Even if you're bombing, then you double down on the bomb, and it becomes good. It comes back to Bruce Lee. In great attempts, it is glorious, even to fail.
And I like, of course, Donald Trump is one of the most wicked, evil guy in the universe.
And
But I fucking love watching him speak.
He's
man.
so funny.
He's really fucking good as well.
Real people come up to me and they say,
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Donald, you're doing a great thing. Real people, let me tell you. I love Muslims. Some of my best friends are Muslim. But I just don't want any of them in our country. Why are we letting these people from shithole countries into our country?
Something like that.
perfect.
See, mine's a little bit,
And he always talks about how people talk to him and ring it up. And
Real
thank
people
him.
come up to
And
me.
but it works, man. You're like, fuck Donald. Like,
It's like Dave Chappelle. You know comedian Dave Chappelle?
oh, no, I don't.
He's my favorite comedian. He's got this great bit about... So there's a story of like how somebody called up the White House. It's like the president of Taiwan called up the White House and wanted to congratulate Donald Trump on winning the presidency.
Yeah.
And they put him through, and he actually spoke to Donald Trump. Here's the problem. Taiwan doesn't have a president. There's like the king of Taiwan. There is no president. It was literally someone in America. I'd like to speak to Donald Trump, please. And then they're like, who are you? He's like, I am the president of the Taiwan. Something like that. Something as fucking stupid and racist as that. And they're like, oh, absolutely, Mr. President, we'll put you right through. And they're like, Mr. President, the president of Taiwan is on the line.
Yes, put him through. Hello, Mr. President. Let's talk business.
Like, so that's like, and then it's like, as if there's nobody in the White House who's like, oh, I'll just quickly Google president of Taiwan.
Well, surely they would know.
It would have taken
Straight
a
up.
fucking second to find out if it was real. But instead, like, they just put him through.
That's amazing.
It's like, can anyone call the
What
White
number
House?
did they call?
I know, right?
Contacts, man. I reckon they had a number.
So the joke that Dave Chappelle has is like anybody can call the White House. Mr. President, there's a Ricky Ticky Tom Tom on the line.
Yes, put him through. Hello, Ricky Ticky. Let's talk business.
Mr. President, there's a John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt on the phone.
His name is my name, too. Put him through.
Oh man, that's so stupid.
Fuck, that's funny.
Donald Trump, what a joke of a human being.
Such a grim guy.
But at the same time, you can't look at him and go, he's stupid. You can't. There's some things about Donald Trump that you can't say. You can't say he's stupid.
Why not?
Because a stupid person doesn't get to be the president of the United States.
A stupid person isn't worth billions of
Yeah,
dollars.
thing is, he's like intensely like clever the way he became the president of the fucking United States without being in politics.
I know.
Like that's amazing.
Finessed his way to the top.
And that's fucking incredible, man.
Absolutely.
Like he's a genius in that. Like he's a pretty smart.
Careful there, fella.
Like nobody becomes president like that. That's pretty fucking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everything that I'm worth many billions of dollars. I just love how full of himself he is.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is when you talk about yourself in such a way that is confident and like people look at you and go, this guy's a fucking dick. And he's so full of shit. But if you keep it up, you get to the top. People think it's real.
Yeah.
Like you can't deny somebody's confident. And if they're confident, you know what, maybe there's something to it. Maybe there is something to this guy. I think that is how you become successful at anything.
Really?
Believe that you are successful. Lie to yourself. Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, you know that's kind of true though, to a certain extent. I mean, you can't lie,
No, you're lying to yourself because you.
but like,
You don't know shit
are you
about
faking
something.
the persona, or are you just making up shit?
Both.
You know what I mean?
Both.
So if you're
And you
like-
do get to the top like that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I know people who can't act for shit, and they're on billboards and stuff.
Really? Like who?
Absolutely. I'm not going to say their name on the podcast, but I'll tell you off air.
Wait, you personally know people?
I know personally.
Oh, I know personally. Too.
Yeah. Yeah, look, we all know who we're talking about here. Maybe not. I hope whoever they are. And there's more than one, by the way. I don't want. I know because there's one person who probably would think that about me. It's not you, but it is you. But it's also somebody else, and maybe somebody else as well. I'm not going to say who. There's multiple people. I've met multiple people, and they've been like filmmakers, actors, whatever,
Wow.
artists.
No, that's inspiring. I feel like I've got to stop being so humble.
You need to stop being so humble.
Fuck.
And I recognized like a year or two ago that my problem, I thought it was I was being too humble. Maybe it is humbleness, humility? Is that the word? Humility? Humility, I think it is. It's literally...
Humility.
Humility. Humbleness. Humility, I guess. I thought that I was being too humble. Actually, it's just not having confidence in yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe a little bit of being humble, but like...
But what's the difference between... What is being humble?
Humble is like, I think, more like knowing that you're good, but then just
Not bragging
choosing
about
not
it.
to brag about it.
Interesting.
Being honest with yourself and with others about what you've accomplished. And I tried to do that. And when I went to uni, this is funny, and you know, people from uni will probably be like, you fucking freaks. So fucking... That's what... I don't know. I just got the sense a lot of people were kind of annoyed by the fact that I'd made films for like 5 years before I went to study film.
Who the fuck goes to film school not having made films? It's the most fucking absurd thing ever. Like, who are they?
Shout out to like 90% of the people.
What the fuck are you guys thinking? Do you know what you're getting yourself into? Filmmaking's fucked.
I know.
The most stressful,
It is.
intense thing ever. You gotta really love that
It
shit.
is, but you don't realize that until you start doing it. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. Where was I? Yeah, so like we're in class and like the teacher's like, has anyone heard of this before? And my hand goes up and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I know what that is. It's an APS-C sensor. You find it in Canon devices, 16 millimeters across.
Oof,
blah,
that's
blah,
beyond
blah, blah,
me.
blah.
I don't know about that.
Some shit like that. I'm like, oh, yes, what's the difference between a prime lens and a zoom lens?
Well, like, fucking, what's the difference between a close-up and a mid-shot?
I mean, that shit is obvious. It should be obvious
I
to
mean, it's in the
everyone.
name,
If you've
isn't
seen a
it?
movie, you know what the difference is. But yeah, I'd have an answer for every question.
What's the difference between, like, color grading and color correction or some shit?
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe it got annoying after like 6 months when the teacher would like mention something, and under my breath I'd be like, "Oh yeah, that thing," and they'd be like, "What? Someone said it?" Yep. And they point at me and they're like, "Phoenix?" And I'm like, "Yeah, look, it's that." And they're like, "Yes, very good." So look, I'm not gonna
It's just
lie.
your fellow classmates are jealous,
It
man.
felt good. I don't know if it's jealousy, more like
Because they want to know the shit you do, but they just don't maybe want to put in the effort.
maybe I got the sense people thought that I was a little bit braggadocious, or a little bit like, oh, look at this guy, he thinks he's so big, and I do.
Actually, I'd probably think that.
I do.
If I had someone in class fucking talking shit.
Yeah, right. I mean, I
Yeah,
think that of people
you're
like
right.
that.
I take it back, JMC Academy fellows. You're not jealous. You're just smart.
I don't take it back.
Yes.
Nah, it's like, I don't know. I would talk about all the films that I made and stuff, which isn't that many. I don't think
What,
I
like
had
three?
that. Huh?
3?
Let's think. I mean, let's start from the beginning here. We got Paranoia. We're going from the canonical.
From the good stuff, from the good quality stuff.
I mean,
yeah.
well, you fucking skip everything except for like maybe the Redlands
Sombra?
video.
Oh, Redlands. No, Sombra's good. Because that won awards. So I'll definitely count
If
that.
it wins an award, it doesn't mean it's good. Paranoia won an award. Paranoia's
Paranoia was good.
for the time.
Hold on. Paranoia is the one with the fucking black magic and stuff, right?
Nah.
Paranoia, the one where you're behind
Paranoia-
bars at the end?
Yeah, but it wasn't shot on a black.
What was it
Magic.
shot on?
Shot on a Canon 700D.
Oh, was that it?
Actually, no, 70D.
No, I thought that was an incredibly good film, and it had the shot where the guys on the
Rob
phone.
still uses it as an example. That's braggadocious.
Ooh.
But he uses it as
Rob
an
uses
example.
heaps of my shit for examples.
Oh, does he?
BTW.
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought he only used my shit.
Oh, no, man. Oh, he must make us
We
feel
are
that way.
his crowning achievement.
We
by the
are,
way.
man.
Absolutely. We are what keeps him from
I think he told
ending
me.
it all.
I forgot what he said, man. He said something like, "No one's been as good as you since you left Sam."
Well, that's the thing. He said that to you?
Yeah.
He said the same thing to me. he said,
He's grooming us.
he said, I've never had another group like you. Maybe he
Yeah.
meant like you, me, Jack, Leo, all
No,
of
because
us.
we were years apart, man.
What? Two?
Yeah, but in like high school years, that's a lot. We weren't even in college together.
Probably all phases.
Or
into,
maybe
like,
no,
one.
you grade 10, I'm grade 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, surely both.
He
Maybe
would've taught us
that's
both.
what he was meant.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, yeah, I've made a few films. Anyway, when I went to uni, it was weird. And, wait, how did I get into that? Oh, yeah. So I was just being honest about what I'd done. I'd be like,
shit, yeah.
yeah, I've made this film, I made these films, this is the things that I've done. And maybe it came across as, like, bragging. But I was just like, for whatever reason, I still don't fully understand why, but I just decided not to, like, hold back on talking about the things that I have actually done. And I just...
And just say them normally without fucking
Yeah.
putting them down.
Without shitting on
Interesting.
my own achievements.
I don't have that confidence, man. I can't. I think people are going to think I'm like a fool. You know, like, oh, who's this guy bragging about this shit?
Yeah, and people thought that of me.
Oh,
And look
really?
where I am now. Working at McDonald's. Oh, Jesus.
And doing a podcast.
Yeah, look. It's... I don't know. I made some friends with some of the teachers there.
But isn't it cool
And,
though,
like,
man? If
yeah.
you're just how humble, right? Or humble, or like lack self-confidence, whatever you call it. You're not really saying much, and someone is kind of talking about this kind of. Alright, so basically, I was in class, and there's this chick.
Yeah.
I don't want to say any names, of course, but
What should we call it?
So this is we'll call them Beyonce.
Yeah.
So Beyonce was just telling me all this hectic stuff that she's done. Bam, done this, a bit of that, a bit of this. Oh, and got an exception to this. Got accepted
Here's the thing.
into this agency.
Yeah, I noticed the people who do that and they actually list it all like that.
Yeah.
They're the people who don't have any talent, but they're getting places because they talk the talk.
Yeah.
Totally.
And
Go
then,
on, go
I don't
on.
know, and then like, I don't know, just all this like, because I didn't really say anything of what I had done. Like she had asked, and I'm like, oh, I was fucking made a couple films and shit. And I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But then like, I don't know, as she kind of said all this stuff, it's like, yeah, I got accepted into this agency. Like
Now that you're doing her voice, she's gonna know that it's her. Don't worry, she's not listening. No one is.
yeah, fuck. We're so deep into the podcast, no one will be listening. Anyway, and it was just kind of like, yo, I've been accepted into that agency too. And she's like, what? I'm like, yo, fuck yeah. And then I just started coming out, you know, I was like, yeah, man, like, fuck, I've been in a television commercial too. It's like, oh, I didn't get paid. It's like, fuck yeah, I did, man.
Oh,
Yeah, I put an extra in a TV show. Yo, did you get paid? No. Fuck yeah, I did. You know,
Dude,
shit
that's
like
so
that.
good.
And then it just comes out and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool as well.
Don't hold yourself back so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting though, because I feel like people, when they brag that much, I get a bit like, oh, I feel like maybe they lack the self-confidence. They're saying all the shit, because I feel like they're exaggerating. Because
Yeah.
if you ask questions about it, then the truth comes out.
It breaks.
So I don't ask questions because it's too awkward.
Nah, ask questions.
So it's like, did you get paid? And they're like, and you're like, oh. You know what I mean? Always, every time.
No, ask questions. Poke holes.
Yeah.
Poke holes in
Is
the
it worth
facade.
it? What do you get out of this?
Nothing at all. But do it.
Yes.
Nah, I love to ask questions now.
Interesting, isn't
Hell
it?
yeah. Like, there's, I don't know, I had some people, like, especially, I don't know, I hate, like, I don't want to just, like,
Oh man, I've been too personal in this.
I don't want to be.
Hope no
I don't want to be personal. That's my problem with this podcast. I've realized
I
it's
know.
so hard to not just like
be really personal and savage about all the people you know, because this isn't a private conversation.
Exactly, it's online. How does Joe Rogan do it?
I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know. So yeah, I just remember I've talked to people before, like in whatever situations, and like they'd say like, yeah, I've done this, and I'll ask questions about it, and I keep asking questions about it, and if they say something that's inconsistent with like my understanding, I'll like probe and kind of like ask questions about that, and actually like I've started arguments that way. Like talking to people. I argued with a lot of people in uni.
In James,
because I actually really enjoy arguing. I realized very like in the last year that I fucking love arguing with people.
Go to politics, man.
Maybe I should be debating.
Yeah.
But like the only thing is like that I can argue about is stuff that I actually know.
Well, of course, but that goes for anything. You know?
Yeah.
Unless you're a genius.
Ben Shapiro can argue about anything.
Of course, yeah. Although anything conservative.
Listen, if it's your religion, I can't do my Ben Shapiro.
Now, listen, if you're gonna,
because your Ben Shapiro is so good. Do your Ben Shapiro impression.
oh fuck, I don't know what to say.
So I'll do my Joe Rogan. So you're telling me? Wait, what the fuck does he say? It's like, yeah. Look, okay. So if your religion said you had to fuck a dude. Would you do it?
Well, listen, I just go by the Bible. It's very conservative, but I go with the original Romans because Romans took that Bible and really flipped it and really put it in
Yeah, but when you think about it, it's like we're all fucking gorillas, man, and a gorilla just shat out the Bible. What does that mean?
Well, I understand you, Joel, and I totally understand this whole topic around it, but I really truly believe that, it's just my opinion. I'm not saying, you can't
Ben,
love a guy,
look, you're a smart guy. Look, I'm going into Nicolas Cage now. I don't know why.
Yeah, what's hold on, Joe Rogan
just fell down.
Fuck, dude. Like, so you can't fuck bitches? Oh, shit.
Can you do it? Okay, I was working on my Jordan Peterson on the tram this morning.
Let's do it.
Alright, so I was just like watching Jordan Peterson clips. This podcast is all over the place, but I don't care. Like,
I love it, man.
You're in it for the moment, not for what we're actually doing. Not for the content, it's just for the experience. Yeah. So I gotta talk quietly, because he's like, up here, so... when there's some things that you can say about Hitler that you can't deny. You can't say that he wasn't smart. Because, actually, it's more like Kermit. Is it no?
Dude, you were spot on before. The T, that T.
Like this. That you can't... What?
That was good.
Is it? Really? It feels a little bit too much.
That's a little too much. Pull it back 5%.
I can't do it.
You were spot on,
so
man.
hard. It's like, that you can't say about Hitler. Is that it?
It's spot on. Listen back to this. And you're like, shit.
Oh, man. It's a hard one to do. Because you feel like you can do it.
Oh, well, you see. It's kind of like a really old man voice.
It is.
Well.
When I was doing the H3H3 podcast, I hit the vape, and there's a thing about, now I'm just doing Jimmy Stewart. Do you know Jimmy Stewart?
No.
Can you do Jimmy Stewart's voice?
No, I'll do it.
I was acting in that movie. It's a Christmas Story, and I was in Vertigo, directed by the great Alfred Hitchcock. And when I was doing that movie, my name is Jimmy Stewart.
God, a lot of studying in
Look me
that
up,
one.
and you'll know that this is what I sound like. Look, it's such an old impression. It's such a shit one to do because nobody knows who the fuck Jimmy Stewart is. But it's pretty good, okay? What about Bill Clinton? Can you do Bill Clinton?
No, who's Bill Clinton?
Ugh. What about George Bush?
Nah, I can't do George Bush. I don't really know it. I haven't.
Can you
heard
picture
him
his
enough.
voice?
America. I don't know.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Land of the free, the home of the brave.
It's like, he's like, George? Wait, it's like, I can
like
do it.
deep
His
American,
dad
right?
is like, oh, well, George Bush Sr. That's my voice. I'm George Sr. And my son's a little bit more like this. That's right. That's what he's like, yeah. Mission accomplished. Iraq, we're going into Al-Qaeda. They're in this country, Afghanistan. We're going to invade, not for the oil, because we're going to try and find Al-Qaeda. That's what he's saying. Something like that.
That's pretty good.
Mission accomplished.
What about Barack Obama?
Barack Obama. You have to say his name as like one syllable. Barack Obama.
That's perfect.
It's not Barack Obama. It's Barack Obama. It's one word. And I talk to kids and it's like, listen, I was a skinny kid with a funny name,
who ran for president, and I won because my speech was really good, and I've got this weird intonation where I think about what I'm going to say, but I actually talk really fast. And then I pause. And I go, you know, here's the problem. Some folks can't afford health care. Now I created the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. Now my impression's not that good, but it's not that bad.
Good.
There's this one little intonation thing that you can do. It kind of brings it up. Something like that.
Shit.
Thanks, bro.
I'm really. That's the best one yet.
Really?
Fuck, that was awesome.
Oh, give me somebody else. This is the impressions, like, fucking...
okay,
At the end of the show, we're doing impressions now. Look, I'll have Sam on again, don't worry. We'll actually get into the nitty-gritty of, like, life a little more the next time.
Julia Gillard.
Oh, she's just like...
Oh, she's got a classic voice. I forgot how it goes.
There will be no carbon tax. I can't remember what she sounds... There will be no carbon tax.
John Howard.
John Howard. I have no idea what he sounds like.
I think he used to do something classic. I forgot.
I've just given you the answer you deserve. That's Tony Abbott.
Go.
Oh, yeah. So when I was on the radio that one time, this guy, we had a call up. She said I used to be a sex worker. And then I looked at the radio host and I winked at him. Now, I just want to say that wink is not what it meant. Have you ever eaten an onion, Sam? Onions are very delicious.
Did that actually happen? That week?
Yeah, he was on the radio and they had a caller come in. And it was like really serious. She's like, I used to be a sex worker. And Tony, like, with that fucking gross ass face of his, he looks at the host and he's like, yeah, he winks at him. As soon as she says sex worker. And it's like the worst timing, but also it's fucking hilarious as well.
Jesus.
And then he came out and he's like, it was poor timed. It was completely unrelated to what was being discussed.
So grounded. Wiz Khalifa?
I haven't... What does Wiz Khalifa sound like?
Oh, just fucking high.
Like down here, who talk like that?
Yeah, oh, fuck, man. I get high and party too much.
I've done every drug under the sun.
Is that what he sounds like?
I can't even remember.
I've done every drug under the sun.
No?
I've done every drug there is.
Who's another fighter? I'm trying to think.
Can you do Kanye?
No,
No?
never tried.
Look at Gaga! I was working on my Kanye impression the other day, actually. I was looking in the mirror at work. But, in the change room at work. But I was like, I have to, like, tense up my entire body and, like, make a kind of a sad face. And then I put on the accent, and then it's like, you gotta really get into what you're saying. You're telling people don't look at me like the motherfucking glitch. Have y'all seen Wreck-It Ralph? You know? I'll show you the video. It's like, it's talking about Wreck-It Ralph. Have you seen Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah.
You know the glitch?
That's fuck. Remind me.
They're all running from the glitch or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I've seen the first one.
I haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph.
Hold on, is that the one where this paparazzi? It's like 3 a.m. He's trying to get into his car, and the paparazzi's like.
No, they're morning Kanye. You go, fuck you. That's a classic.
Yeah, that's good.
No, it's there's an interview with him. It was like, see, I'm like, y'all seen Wreck-It Ralph? And they're like, yeah. He's like, remember that girl? And they're all running for her, and the glitch. You telling me people don't look at me like the motherfucking glitch? Well, there's the one where he's like, there's a product here. And if you're here as the famous person, and if you can communicate the product, then you can make money off the product. I mean, look at Gaga. She's the CEO of Polaroid. Now, I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras? Listen, if you've seen the video, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Does she own a Polaroid?
CEO of Polaroid. Creative director of
Hold
Polaroid.
up, is that how you print off all your photos?
I think the company Polaroid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, I've seen the latest I've seen of Kanye. He seems really quiet and humble. Have you seen the interviews lately?
He's anything but humble.
He just sits there and goes, yeah. You know, like,
He's just
my
like,
kids are great.
he's the most socially anxious dude in the world.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
because, like, you know,
And
you listen
his
to
way
his
of-
fucking music and you're like, jeez.
Like, because he's bipolar as fuck.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, like, actually. And, yeah, and he, like, I think his way of dealing with that is, like, the persona that you hear in the music, that's the superhero Kanye.
Yeah.
And then in all these interviews, he's like, they're like, so, do you like to make music? Uh-huh. Yep.
I know, and he
Yeah,
just
my
sits there in
kids.
silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not very talkative in a lot
And then
of
it's like,
interviews.
like, they ask something like, fuck, how's your weekend? It's like, yeah, dropped off my kid at dancing. It was good.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, cool, man. Like, how is that?
He's not good
You
at
know, it's
interviews.
really nice to watch them grow up, and it's nice to be a parent. And they're like, fuck yeah, man. Like, it's grim. It's
weird.
hard to watch.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Can you do any other rapper impressions?
Rapper impressions. Ooh. Rapper.
Can you do Jay-Z?
No idea.
Do you know what he sounds like?
No idea.
If I do it, it won't be funny because you don't know him.
Oh, God damn. Can you do anyone that sounds like that?
Well,
He sounds like that.
who actually sounds like
I
that?
swear you're around.
Does anybody sound like that? My character from Catch Me If You Can sounded like that. Remember?
The dad.
Nah. Remember I walked out for that one scene as a doctor?
Yo, man, that's pushing
great.
back the memes.
My one night as that role. And I was like, I'm going to kill it. I'm going to just have some fun with this, just be stupid. Rowan will probably be like, Phoenix, you ruined the show. But actually, he loved it as well. Like, apparently...
How did you do the doctor?
I found these glasses in the prop room. That's how it started. I was like, what can I do? I found these glasses that had like the most ridiculously magnified lenses in them. Made my eyes fill up my entire face. I put them on and looked in the mirror. I was like, that's fucking hilarious. I'm wearing these. And then I parted my hair in the middle. So I looked like Professor Frink from The Simpsons.
Yeah,
And
classic.
I was like,
I was gonna do my Professor Franken. Well, as you can see.
I was gonna like walk out and do that, but I was like, that's too much. I actually I went even further and did a different voice, but like,
What did you do?
It was more hardcore. Well, I walked out and I gave myself like cross-eyed, like with these giant glasses in the middle part, and they're like, it was Uther. He was like as the
Oh,
other.
Uther, the legendary fucking smelly green-haired man. Hold on, we
Shout out to Uther. I hope you're listening, buddy.
the legend.
Remember how he used to fake that limp with the big walking stick, and then someone stole his walking stick, and he fucking sprinted at them, and then as soon as he got it back, he like hunched over and started pretending to limp again. Oh,
Cringe, dude.
so funny. The blunder years. Some of us never leave them. But anyway,
Good God.
so
Yeah.
Uther was like the doctor, and it was like, when
Oh, what do
Frank-
you say about this doctor? And he had a really bad American accent.
That
right?
was yeah. And then I was like.
Yes, I concur. What do you recommend, Dr. Casey?
That was my character, and everybody laughed in the audience. And Uther laughed, and everybody laughed. And
On
I was
stage.
like, this is justified because everybody laughed.
Yes.
It was fucking funny.
Oh, it's a pity the fucking people on stage laughed though. God damn.
That was alright. I thought it was funny. I thought it was
fuck.
good. Uther and I shared a joke about it. backstage,
Really?
Actually,
Oh,
afterwards.
nice.
I was like, I made you break. I'm sorry, man. And he was like, no, it was too funny. And then apparently Rowan laughed a lot as well, which is
Good.
nice. Yeah.
Oh, bro, dog. Yeah, I reckon he loved it, man.
Such a good dude. Rowan.
Broen, man. I don't know if he appreciates me calling him Broen all the
He
time.
does, I guarantee.
Yes, bro, dog.
But he probably thinks you're actually taking the piss a little bit.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Because you are. Just a little bit.
Still
But
a
it's,
little-
I think it's like
But I
friendly.
fucking love Rowan, man.
I know.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. He's one of those teachers that's like a little bit too intense.
Yeah.
And it's like
He's an intense guy. He's been trained by fucking Eric Morris, man.
You're like nervous around him all the time.
100%. When he has a one-on-one chat with you, you're like, oh, hey, Rowan. Yeah, cool, man. Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah, it's intense.
I remember the, like, times when you'd make him laugh and you'd walk away like, fuck yeah. Shit,
Yes.
shit, man, fuck.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's like... I just remember doing one-on-one monologue rehearsals with him.
One-on-one. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you ever do that?
Yeah, I think we did,
Sit
yeah.
down, you go through your monologue, you're like...
All train compartments smell vaguely of shit, but it gets so you don't mind it. That's the worst thing I can confess. That's my monologue. And there's this bit where it's like, she makes me a cup of coffee and my balls feel like concrete. You know what I'm saying? Now that was like for mine. And he's like, for that bit, do you want to actually like grab your balls? And I was like, I'll try it, Rowan. So it's just me in front of Rowan sitting there. I was like, my balls feel like concrete. And he's like, no, don't do that. That was extremely uncomfortable.
let's not let's not do that. And I was like, yeah, let's not, Rowan.
Oh God. Oh, what are you thinking?
Oh, it's fucking hilarious and terrible.
He's so
Just terrible.
Oh
I bet he regrets it. Actually, I think I can see he instantly,
took that home.
He regretted it so much. He asked a student to grab their balls in front of him,
And
but
said to not do it again. That's so bad.
but
That was extremely uncomfortable.
oh man, it's like that felt very uncomfortable. Let's not do that again.
Fuck.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh, he took that home with him for sure.
He did, man.
He's like, oh no. What's his wife's name again?
Oh fuck no, it's not sure.
Was it Rose? No, Rosie was his nickname.
Was his nickname?
Yeah, some of his best friends called him Rosie. And I started calling him Rosie.
Why?
Well, I did it a couple times because his wife told me to. She said it would be funny.
And what's wrong? Like, don't do that again.
No, it wasn't like that. He's such a funny guy.
I still haven't forgotten about
Phoenix.
What?
that. When you stuck the camera out in like the auditorium and took a photo of it.
Jeez.
Phoenix, did you take a photo of me? Yeah. Can you delete it? Okay. Oh, fuck! That's like the epitome of just fucking being a fucking dork.
I know.
Yeah.
It was such an example of like, what's the epitome of being a dork?
Just that fucking story, man.
Who's the dork though? Me?
Oh, you? Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
100%.
I'm wrong.
But is it like, isn't it the dorkiest thing in the world also when someone takes a picture and be like, can you delete that photo? It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, a bit weird, eh?
Like, remember
Maybe
when
because he's a
that person
teacher.
who I'm not going to name, who, if they listen to it, they'll know that I'm talking about him and that I'm laughing about him. And I hope he can have humour in it as well, because, you know, we certainly all did. But it's like, we stuck a little note to this guy's back when we were making a film.
Yes, yes.
And then the note said something extraordinarily offensive.
Just say it, man.
No. And we took a snap of it and put it on our Snap story. And he saw it and he laughed for a second and then he went, can you delete that? It actually makes me
remember it,
uncomfortable.
dude.
And I was like,
Yeah.
everybody was like silent for a second. And Jack was like, really? He's like, yeah, it makes me uncomfortable. And you know what? Respect to him for asking us to do it.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know, for some reason it was really fucking funny when he said that.
Yeah, it was really.
Shout out to you, you know who you are.
Yeah, and then we laughed too hard.
I actually, honestly, you know what? If he's listening, I apologize right now. Because I don't like making people uncomfortable. Most of the time. I like making people uncomfortable if they are being a dick. And, like, they say something and I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking fight you on that. If somebody says something that I know isn't true, I'm going to ask questions about it.
I like it, dude. I don't have the audacity.
Nah. Just create the audacity for it.
I will, man. Alright, after this podcast, this is what I've learned.
Yeah, what
I've
have you
gotta
learned
talk-
from
I've
Master
gotta-
Phoenix?
I've got to.
What have you learned?
You gotta suck your dick now. You gotta, man, you gotta I guess if you want to get somewhere, it helps to fake it till you make it. To
Here's
talk
the thing,
talk.
I haven't gotten
Build up
anywhere.
your self-confidence.
I haven't gotten anywhere. Just to be clear, when
Yeah,
I
you're
talk
speaking
the
of
talk,
experience.
I can talk the talk now. I never used to be able to. Now I need to walk the walk. So I'm on phase 2 of
Whereas I
the
always
two-step
want to
program.
try and walk the walk before I talk the talk.
Nah, but you can't do one without the other. I think
Exactly.
some people walk the walk after they've already been walking the walk forever, and they don't talk it anymore.
Oh.
Like super famous people though. You know, Leo DiCaprio doesn't brag.
What do you-
Because he's Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah, he doesn't need to at all.
We
man.
all know
He's
it's
probably the most. Do you reckon he's the most famous actor at the moment? Just, I reckon he is.
Mm,
He's just so famous.
Yeah, one of them for sure.
Uh,
I don't know who's the most famous actor.
I remember, you know, Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It was like, I don't know, I was watching just some weird interview with her, and she was saying like, yeah, it was about Wolf of Wall Street and working with Leo. She's like, yeah, he's really cool. He's really passionate about the environment. Like, he made me watch this 20-minute YouTube video about birds, and he loved it, man. It was so boring. I'm like, Leo, I don't want to watch it. He's like, don't watch it. Like, he just sounds like a bit of a dorky, just how nice guy.
Yeah, he's really
He's
funny.
intensely passionate about the fucking environment.
I love hearing other actors talk about him.
Yeah.
There's an interview with Edward Norton where it's like,
Oh, yeah.
Man, Leo's always on his phone, man. He's always like looking at like which Israeli supermodel just turned 18 and
It's like, wait, what?
Really?
Man, he's sort of like a playboy, but he keeps it on the down low, like
Dude,
hardcore.
yeah.
As every now and then it slips out. Like, I don't know. There's like James Corden got Jennifer J-Lo's phone, and she sends a message because Leo DiCaprio's actual phone number is in her. I don't know. Is Jennifer Lopez? Is that who she is?
Jennifer
J-Lo?
Lopez.
Is
That's
that
an
J-Lo?
artist, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I know it.
she's an actress, I think.
Oh, right.
Actress. And her phone for some reason had Leo's actual number. So James Corden sends this message like, "Oh, I just need to cut loose. I need a party." And Leo replies, "You mean tonight, boo boo, club wise?" And it's like an actual text from Leo DiCaprio. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh no.
So he's such a he's a party boy. Like hardcore. And he keeps it on the down low, like really, really well.
Interesting.
It's really funny when it slips out between the seams.
That's so funny.
Anyway,
I should probably button up my chinos. Hold up.
oh, I don't mind, man. Thank you. All right.
Something wrong with that.
Thank you. All right. What have you learned on this podcast?
Build up self-confidence, talk the talk, fake it till you make it.
Hell yeah.
And argue with people.
I just think it's like, don't be a dick, but just be honest. That's the thing. Be honest.
Yeah, just be honest. That's
100%
good. Don't put
honesty.
yourself down.
Honesty with other people, but most of all, honesty with yourself. If you know you can do something, then do it, and don't be ashamed of what you can accomplish.
Yeah, man, you're right.
Because that was I don't know how I figured that out. Because I used to be really shy, and not be able to talk about my accomplishments and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know. Maybe it was going through a breakup or something. I was just in this really jaded sort of shitty mood for a couple months around the time that I started uni. And I don't know, I was just listening to other people crap on and on about nothing and say stuff that I'd be like, well, no. I mean, I know that's not true about cameras or something. They'll be like, I don't know. Or if somebody said something that was wrong, I'd be like, you mean this? And they'd be like, yeah, you always got to correct me, don't you? And I'm like, well, that's what they were thinking. But other people, for some reason, don't have the confidence to bite back.
No, I'm a bit like that.
Which means it's weird, and it makes you a bit of a douchebag. And I was a dick for a little while.
Really?
In uni, for sure. Because I was picking arguments with people and stuff. But enjoying it. And it was, for me, it wasn't...
Dude, that's even worse.
For me, it wasn't 100% serious. Ever. I was just
But that's even worse, man. I know people have done that to me. I'm like, fuck off. They're just kind of got this smirk as they're proving you wrong. You're
dude,
like,
I am like that. I am like
just
that.
Just puts you down hard, man. It's it's even worse than a shredding.
No, but it's you need to be able to recognize the fact that it's
Bullshit.
yeah, it's absolute trash. It's just trash talk.
Yeah.
And it's a friendly thing. It's if
For sure. Were these friends you were doing it to?
well, I consider them my buddies, yeah.
Oh, well, then it's alright, yeah. Well, it's just banter. Banter.
For me,
Then it's just friendly banter.
a bit of friendly banter, but yeah, I was just I don't know. And I know that some of them would take it seriously and they didn't like it very much.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Butt hurt, man.
Yeah, that's a shame. But I don't know. It's you're busting your balls. That's all I'm doing. I'm just
Why are you busting my balls?
just making a joke. But,
Dude, that's in Green Book, right?
what?
Hey, why are you busting
Why
my
are you
balls?
breaking my balls?
Breaking,
for?
that's it, yeah.
You gotta break my balls all the time.
Yeah.
Man, that was a good movie.
Fuck, so
You have a very narrow perception of me, Tony.
good. Yes.
I'm
I'm
good.
good, right?
No, Tony, that's bad. Jeez, that was funny. It's such a good film. That's Mahershala's best performance.
100%.
I'm so
Oh,
glad.
I did love him in Moonlight.
He's
That
good in
guy's-
Moonlight.
That smile, man.
He's good
that
in
fucking smile.
What in?
The-
Oh, the tongue.
How
The tongue.
fucking good was it,
He
though,
licks his
man?
lips so much.
I know, I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Such a lovely character.
He's really funny.
Although it didn't really make that much sense, though. I mean, he's some heavy, huge drug dealer. But then he was kind of all
Maybe
upset.
that's it.
He was kind of upset about it.
Yeah.
When,
Maybe he used to be kind of a little bit of a crackhead, and
yeah,
that's
but then
why
it's
he's
if you're
licking
gonna be
his
that
lips
big
all
of
the
a
time.
drug dealer, why are you so remorseful about it?
Maybe
Just
because
don't
he's
be
an
a drug
intelligent guy.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. Why
Just
would you
don't be a
dealer?
drug dealer.
Yeah, just
Sam.
Right, but
Life isn't
he's
that
established. He's got a fucking house and a wife,
I
man.
know.
He doesn't need to be a drug dealer. Like, surely just... I guess he's got people he needs to
I mean,
fucking feed now.
that's
but-
how he makes his money.
Yeah, but could he... But now he's got the money. Does he still need to do it? Or
Well,
I don't know.
money doesn't last forever. What
Yeah,
else
but
is
just
he
get
gonna
it.
do?
Just get it. I don't know, fucking 9 to 5.
Who wants a 9 to 5? That's the thing.
Yeah, but he's so remorseful about being a drug dealer,
But not enough.
but not enough.
Yeah.
That's,
That's
a
the
good
thing.
point then.
Yeah, I mean, I fucking hate working at McDonald's, but sorry, Frank. Fuck. Everybody knows. But you need the money, and it's what I'm doing now.
You're working at Macca's. You don't enjoy it, but are you making other people's lives bad? Are you? This is all about being selfish. He's being
actually-
incredibly selfish because he is destroying people's lives.
I am
at
destroying
cost.
fat people's lives by feeding them.
Yeah,
Big
Macca's
Macs.
actually is equally as bad. Macca's is a bad drug.
As crack.
Yeah,
Yep,
well,
you heard it
sugar-
here first. Big Mac is equal to meth.
Well, like
Confirmed.
sugar would definitely contribute to way more deaths than crack. Guaranteed.
You sure about that?
100%, man.
You
Let's look at the rates of cardiovascular disease. That's linked to what? Fucking diabetes.
Jamie, bring it up. I want to see what is the rate of cardiovascular disease to something Joe Rogan.
Let me just Google this right now. What are we looking at?
Hold on. There's death to obesity.
Sugar-related deaths?
Yeah, go. Sugar-related deaths. Get a statistic. I'll look up. What are we looking up? Crack.
1 in 5 deaths worldwide linked to unhealthy diet.
Drug-related deaths. I don't mean Macca's personally.
Let's say, no, I know. Let's say 11 million deaths in 2017 were linked to people eating poor diets high in sugar, salt, processed meat.
How many?
11 million.
11 million.
11 million deaths in 2017.
Nearly 1 in 5 deaths in Australia is drug-related. What's this one?
1 in 5 deaths.
Oh, that's
Yo! The same. Alright, look at that audio.
I didn't realize the that many people die from drugs.
Oh, yeah,
That's
man.
fucking a lot.
I'm gonna write that. Drug-related deaths. 4.5 drug-related deaths. And what do you mean 4.5?
Nearly 1 in 5
He
deaths.
died, but then we brought him back. And he's stronger than ever. Now he lives to fight drugs. Alright. Yeah, whatever.
Maybe that includes like prescription drugs too.
It's just drugs.
And technically, sugar is a drug.
Look. It's been like an hour and 20 minutes. And we haven't actually... We've talked about a lot, but we've actually talked about nothing.
I reckon we've talked about some interesting things.
Yeah. I would love to have you back on the podcast, Sam.
Really?
Nah, not really.
Oh yeah,
Just
yeah
saying
thanks.
that to
It's so
make you
good.
feel better.
Yeah, it's so good, man.
Thank you for being a special guest. It's always nice to talk to you, buddy. I'll have you on again soon.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Love
Thanks.
to be back on here.
Thanks for listening, guys. I swear, I promise next time we'll actually talk about, like, I'll have some structure for it.
Yeah, we should get some a formula.
Yeah. No formulae.
Man arrested after robbing 2 banks with an avocado. What a ledge.
It's 9 gay. Avocado. Alright, look. Thanks for listening. See you in the next episode. I'm hoping to get an actual, like...
Studio, fuck yeah. Sounds good, dude.
Yep. You heard... Yeah, I guess I gotta get a studio now. He told him I'm getting a studio. Alright,
man.
thanks for listening. Phoenix Rain Podcast. Goodbye.
See ya.